La clínica del Dr. David Cavazos, el quiropráctico oficial de Cali Lucha Libre, presenta. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this intermission of Cali Lucha Libre. This wrestler that we have on screen, right there, Libre Metallik. A lot of people have been talking about him. They wanted me to interview him in this intermission. So here he is. I mean, I cannot break a promise. As my young daughter says, my baby girl says, a promise is a promise. So here he is. Libre Metallik, how you doing?
How you doing, Tico?
I'm doing wonderful now that you're on. So let's find out. Let's chat with Libre Metallik. Libre Metallik, what does that name come from? It's pretty impacting, you know.
Well, the name actually came to my friend. Actually gave it to me. He actually said my middle name is Lee, and he said you should call it like Libre Metallik. I'm like, I actually like the name of it, so that's how the name came to be. So.
Oh, I see. Okay, so it dropped in the blender and boom. It came out like you when you come out in the ring. It's like throw you in the blender and all of a sudden here he is to the delight of all the fans. You have become quite a fan favorite. Have you noticed that?
I've noticed it at the few galley shows. Yes.
And also you're becoming quite a favorite with the ladies. You know. I've been around this earth a little bit when I see those looks, you got it going on. You're young, you're explosive. You bring it onto the ring. So yeah, congratulations to you. Now, growing up, did you like wrestling or this happened to just let's try this?
Wrestling has been in my family for years. Like we've been watching wrestling for many years. When I was like young, when I was like 2 years old, so like before I can like even talk or even walk, I've been watching wrestling for that long. Like even when people say you're not supposed to be watching wrestling, I still watch it because like I was like, okay, this is actually something I want to do.
Now, watching wrestling since you can recall, you must have had some favorite wrestlers that you said like, wow.
Yeah, I would say that the first person I met was the Undertaker. I saw him on TV. This is when I was like 2, and he scared me too. So I was like, I don't like seeing him. Then I saw this guy called The Rock, and he was so funny. He all the moves he did was like so unique. Like he was like a fan favorite everywhere, and I'm like, I want to be just like him. I want to be in the ring just like him.
The Rock and the Undertaker, man, you really went for it all. I mean, two of the greatest wrestlers of all time, in many people's views. Your view, and ladies and gentlemen, if you are just joining us, we are talking to Libre Metallik in this intermission of Gali Lucha Libre. You asked for him, and here he is. We asked him a couple of questions, so you're not too far into the interview. Any other sports that you practice?
No, it was just all wrestling. Like, as my brother would say, I'm addicted to wrestling, and yes, I am addicted to wrestling. Like I've always wanted to do it. I wanted to do it when I was in high school. And once I leave high school, I want to be in the ring one day.
That's a good addiction to have, though. Now. What brings on that explosiveness in your style?
I think it brought the explosive because like I'm a very hyper person. Like when I in the ring and outside the ring, like I'm like kind of like the wild person. Like always want to have fun and everything else. So that's what brought the explosive out. So like I'm very wild and like very explosive.
So you kind of fit very perfectly with the Lucha Libre style, which is quite different from WWF, WWE, and all of those out there. It's quite another dimension, to put it another way.
Yeah.
And you cope very well, because I seen you in the ring with some pretty good competition, and you don't back down. You're right out there with them, with the Gali Lucha Libre. Do you like that style?
I like that style. It's very unique. It's very, very fast, very unique. And like I like how I like to tell a story when it comes to wrestling. Like show the fans exactly what kind of match we're doing, like everything we're doing in the ring, everything we're telling the story with our bodies and everything.
I know that you said you're pretty hyper, you're pretty outgoing person. Before you go in the ring, and you hear the crowds, and you hear that the drums and everybody just doing their thing, do you get butterflies, or as I call them, chicken skin?
Well, when I first started at Galley, I was like, I did not know how the fans were going to react, like how they were going to react, like when I'm going to get cheered, when I'm going to get booed. But the past two Galley shows, when I got cheered, I was like, wow, they're actually cheering for me and my partner. And like when we won the match, like we got a standing ovation. Like that felt great. It felt really great. Like some people thought this moment would never happen, and like having the fans cheer me and cheer for my partner, it felt really great.
You know that the Gali fans are very hardcore, and
Yes.
they're pretty hard to sell. Or for you to, they have a very high taste when it comes to the lucha libre, and for them to applaud you and cheer you on. That's why I said when we started this interview that you are becoming very fast one of their favorites. So just keep doing what you are doing, Lee. And another thing that I wanted to ask you, aside from the butterflies, how do you prepare for? Do you do any kind of, how athletes do some kind of ritual, or they wear some kind of clothing, or they have some kind of a handkerchief or something before a match, or a Gali Lucha Libre?
Well, how I prepare for my match is like sometimes I do pace back and forth. Like sometimes I'll be like by myself because like I don't want to be bothered. So like I want to be like in my own world. So I ain't gotta worry about if I'm gonna do great or not. Like I'm in my own world. So like I stay like in my own head so I can get through the match and it be turning out good.
I seen you before you go on, in the dressing room stuff. You're right. You tend to go out somewhere aside from where the crowd is, and you tend to like start to focus. You tend to like start talking to yourself or hyper yourself, and which is very approachable and very, very, very nice, and I commend you for that. Now, you said that when you go inside the ring, you hear the people cheering for you during the match. Do you still hear them, or do you
Yes.
block them? Do you get into a zone? I'm doing the
Well,
John
when
Cena thing, this. You can see me.
yeah. Well, when I'm in the ring and when the match starts, when I hear the fans chant and when I hear the little drums, the little horns and everything. Sometimes when I hear them clapping and everything else, like my blood starts stirring and be like, okay, like their fans are getting into it, like, and that's all that matters. Like making sure the fans go home happy.
Get into a frenzy. What does your family think about you being a pro wrestler?
I think my family supports it because they know I've been wanting to do this for a long time since I was like a young age. Like literally, that's all I watch is wrestling. Like I don't even watch regular TV, so I just watch wrestling from old to new to more indies and everything else.
Do they watch your wrestling matches live, or have you taken them to a match, a card?
I've taken my brother. He's seen a couple of my matches. He's been very supportive. My dad, he's been very supportive. Mom, everybody's been very supportive. They've been they say I'm living out my dream, and that's exactly what I'm doing, living out my dream.
That's nice. That's very nice. Now, I have to ask you this. How do you compare? We touched it a little bit. How do you compare lucha libre with the regular wrestling?
Well, I feel like Lucha Libre is like it's more fast. It's more like more very speed. And I know I don't do Lucha Libre. I'm more comfortable with my own style of American style. It's very different from American style.
What I notice about you also, because it's my job behind the microphone and cameras to analyze each wrestler, because this is good not only for me but to the fans that requested this interview here at this intermission at Gali Lucha Libre, is to get to know your style in it, and I think I capture the description of your style, the blender thing, because you take a little bit of Gali or Lucha Libre rather, and then the American style, and then you blend it all in, and poof, there's Lee Metallik and out in the ring. Did I hit it right in the nose, or am I light years away from the right description?
I would say a little bit light years away, but I'm more comfortable with American style. That's how I was trained, and everything else.
Okay, so I keep doing my studying. That's not a problem until I get it right. It's just like, don't give up. I don't give up. The you keep me busy behind the microphone. Let me tell you, you keep me busy, and I love it, because I don't know where you out of the ring, where's Lee, and then you come out on the third rope, and I love it, because I gotta be all hyped up to okay, here comes Lee. So prepare, Tico. He's about to go on. Now, if you were to describe three of your favorite moves, what would they be?
I would say one of them would be the Falcon Arrow. The next one would be the face wash into the corner. And I'll also have to say it would have to be the discus clothesline.
Which one is that?
The discus clothesline is the spinning clothesline.
Oh, okay. Now, if you can let's not go three. Let's just go one. If you can describe this particular time, your career, where it's taking you, and the fact that you are becoming one of the crowd's favorites, and also that you are in one of the best of the Midwest, Gali Lucha Libre company, how would you describe that?
I would describe it as it's kind of heartwarming to know that I'm actually a fan favorite, because I didn't think I was a fan favorite. Like, I thought I was like just like another wrestler, but like the fact that people want to see Lee Metallik like out of the ring, it's actually heartwarming. Like, I'm actually appreciate all the fans there, and fans coming out during the tough times of the pandemic, coming out and seeing a great lucha show and everything. And they come, they have a good time, they see great matches, and then they go home happy.
I noticed something also. Again, I'm not stalking you. It's my job to do my job. Sounding redundant here before, behind the microphone, in front of cameras, that a lot of young folk, a lot of young people approach you, either for a picture or an autograph. What do they ask you when they approach you?
Some fans ask me, can I have your autograph, or I can have your picture, and I'd be like, sure. Like, and the fact that they ask me for an autograph or for a picture, it'll be like, oh, they actually like me and everything. Like it feels good. Like I'm not hated or anything. Like they actually love what they see.
Nice. Now, speaking of the crowds, would you like to share with the folks your social media so they can get to know Lee Metallik a bit more and you can interact with them?
Well, the best way to contact me will be Instagram is Libre97.
Lee Metallik 97.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you very much, Lee Metallik. We wish you nothing but the best. Our production department is already my ear to keep going because we got to keep going with this present card here at Cali Lucha Libre. Nothing but the best for you, and thank you for taking the time to chat and to know a little more about Lee Metallik. Thank you.
Thank you.